Okay, so we're going to go over a progression exercise to the standard bird dog core exercise that I show a lot of people because it's one of those ones that gives us that good coordination aspect, good core strength, good shoulder strength, good leg strength. But I think for a lot of cyclists, we can increase that demand a lot more, especially for the leg component. So basically, we're going to do this in what's called a primal push-up position. That primal push-up position is basically also known as a bear position for a lot of people. So I'll demonstrate the position that you'll start in. So basically having your knees just barely off the floor. It gets harder and harder once those knees are basically just off the floor that a piece of paper could fit under you. And you want to have the knees roughly right underneath the hips. It does get more challenging if those knees are even in front of the hips more. That's more on the quads, which is great, but not as hard on the core. And then vice versa, the further out you are, easier on the quads, a little bit harder on the core. So that's why you usually start people right underneath the hips because that's a good in between. Barely lift the knees up, maintain that shoulder position that you're really pushing into the ground. And then the really challenging piece is that bird dog where you're trying to coordinate alternate arm leg. So I'll demonstrate legs up, good pressure into the floor, have that head be relatively parallel to the ground, and then you're going to alternate. Balance is hard, good hand stability, try and keep that knee low, and you might switch back and forth initially. That's going to make it a little bit easier as opposed to trying to maintain that position and go back and forth. So this is one of those really advanced exercises. Really hard to talk through that one and do it at the same time because it is one of those ones that puts a lot of demand on the shoulder, the quad, the core, on the hip. So it works everything. Great advanced exercise. If you are trying to do just the bare minimum of off the bike training and you're already really strong in a lot of these ways, add something in like this, it'll go a long way. So give this a shot. Let me know if you have any questions.